welcome back to my channel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If this is your first time watching my videos, subscribe. Okay? And today, y'all, I really just decided to give you guys a very unfiltered video. Like, this is gonna be the real me. I'm gonna be very transparent with you guys today. So with that being said, like I said, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And just please comment down below what are you guys' thoughts on this video, because I feel like I'm really about to just say some real stuff. And if I'm about to say some real stuff, I need to know what are you guys' thoughts on what I'm saying. I want to feel like, yes, I was heard. Maybe something I said in this video you feel like you could take along with you in your journey. And just let me know, y'all. Comment down below. I'm reading the comments. I will respond back. I will give your video, I'm sorry. I will give your comment a thumbs up. I want to know what are you guys' thoughts on this video. So please comment down below. So, like I said, this video is just gonna be transparent. I'm really finna just give you guys my testimony, my work testimony. Honestly, I don't know how this video is gonna do. I've been wanting to do this type of video for a while now, but I've been really kind of indecisive about it. I don't know, I just didn't know if you guys want to hear this type of sit down video. And I didn't know if you guys are gonna actually be engaged, but I'm hoping that this video will go far and you guys will engage with this video, and you'll just like it and everything. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. So I just want to let you guys know that I am currently only 23 years old, right? I'm 23, still young. I am in my early 20s, of course. And I just want to say that I have worked 8+ food jobs. Yes, I've worked about 8 and a little more food jobs. I feel like it sounds crazy. When I'm saying it, I feel like it does sound crazy, because you think how did you work so many jobs and you're still so young? But I did, and I'm sure a lot of you guys that's worked 8 food jobs or more can totally relate to me in some way in this, this whole work journey of job hopping. But yes, guys, I've worked that many jobs, and this is what I have to say about it. For a long time, I felt like I was lost. I felt I was unstable, I was not grounded. I didn't know what on earth I was doing. I felt like something was wrong with me. Deep down, I did, I'm why am I job hopping so much? I didn't understand why, right? And it was something that I was embarrassed to tell people about, especially when people will tell me about their experiences of work and how many jobs they've had. And I'm like, yeah, I've actually had more than that, and I'll just feel embarrassed to just let people know. But it got to a point where, of course, I couldn't worry about it so much, and I just have to tell them yes, I did. And every time I've told people, I've gotten a lot of, oh my gosh, you job hop so much, or what are you doing, or why do you have so many jobs? You can't keep a job. I've gotten responses like that, and honestly, of course I felt embarrassed to even just hear people tell me that. So yes, for a while I just felt like I was unstable, and it wasn't until recently, like about, I guess, a few months back, I realized that there's a meaning behind this, right? Like, there's a reason why God put me on this journey as far as, like, you know, my work career. Like, it's a reason why, right? And I just feel like, you know, I've come to the conclusion and realizing that God wants me to have this experience for a reason. And I feel like it very much has something to do with the fact that I now have a bachelor's in science degree, like related to psychology, right? So I have a degree in psychology, okay? And I feel like, yes, that is the reason why he's wanted me to, like, just have all of this work experience. Because, you know, when you think of psychology, it is, I feel like it's both. It's a field that can be simple and it can become complex, you know, because you are dealing with people. You are dealing with different type of people who are dealing with, you know, similar experiences when it comes to, like, mental illnesses and the stress and like, you know, just things that they encounter in life, but they have encountered in life, but then you got some people that have gone through different journeys and stuff. So it's like, I really feel like that is the reason why I've had to have this experience, why I've had to go down this path. And honestly, I feel like it is something that has definitely been, like, just strengthening me mentally, and, like, you know, just it's taught me so much of, like, just knowing how to deal with people. Like, I've learned how to deal with people because before I started working, right, I didn't have no work experience. I didn't really know, you know, what it would be like, right? Like, to me, I just thought I had to be, I guess, this perfect person, right? I'm at work, I work for people, I gotta probably be this perfect person. I gotta come off a certain way. I gotta come off like I just know what I'm doing at all times. I can't let people down. And honestly, I have a story to tell you guys why I felt like I was wrong if I let people down. And it has to relate with managers, right? Because I've dealt with many managers, right? But specifically when I was working at Krispy Kreme, I realized after, like, the first 4 months of being there, I started to have a burnout. And of course, like, I didn't really know what was wrong with me, you know. I knew something felt different, but I couldn't really, like, just pinpoint it out. But, like, I was tired. I was over it. And, like, you know, I started to realize that no, I cannot be a people pleaser. Like, I cannot sit here and feel like I have to, like, you know, just keep this job, because if I don't, I'm going to let the managers down. And let me tell you guys, for a while, being at Krispy Kreme, I would feel like that. Like, I felt like if I did not show up to work, I was letting them down. I feel like if I even decided to even quit the job, tell them I was done, and go look for another job, I was letting them down. Like, I felt like I was stuck. Like, I was stuck at that job mentally and physically. And a part of me deep down wanted to just break free. I just didn't know how. And then a part of that breaking free was also a fear that I had. I had a fear with, like, just traveling on a bus by myself, because I never did that. Growing up, anytime I rode buses, it was with my mom and my sister. So it's like, it was a fear, you know, that fear of just traveling, exploring the city by myself, going to work alone, being around strangers, riding a bus, riding public transportation. Until one day, y'all, I decided to break out of that fear. I decided to let it go. I let the job go. And then I just started riding a bus. I started riding a bus, and then I had got another job. Now, this job, I was working at Firehouse Subs. Now, I feel like this job, it was definitely something, a little exciting for me because I was going to get paid a little more money. Now, when I was at Krispy Kreme, I got the $10 an hour pay rate, right? Really nothing. But when I got to Firehouse Subs, it was a little more. It was $11.75 an hour. $1.75 more, and I was excited because I'm like, look, they're willing to work with me. They want to give me a little more money. Why not? So I went for it. I remember I got hired right on the spot, and I was like, wow, I really just got hired right on the spot. Like, I was excited. And then it wasn't until like I started actually working the job and getting experience that I realized just because it sounded good did not mean it was going to be great. And this was when I went through this whole experience of like just literally not being able to call out of work. Like, this job was so strict that if you decide to call out, they were going to automatically fire you. If you did not show up to work, they were going to fire you. They were going to write you up and they're going to fire you. Like, that's how this job was. It was very demanding. And of course, I did not understand. I'm like, what? Like, I literally came from a job, Krispy Kreme, that was not this demanding. It was no issues if I needed to call out of work. But this job here, y'all telling me that I gotta sit here and I gotta have a documented excuse for why I'm not coming to work. And like, if I do call out, if I don't show up, like, y'all are gonna just fire me. I'm gonna get written up. Like, what? What is this? And it wasn't until I had got sick, right? I got sick with COVID at the time. And that was a surprise because honestly, like, the first time I ever experienced COVID was like my freshman year of college, pretty much. So now to get COVID, like when I'm like more so like, I think I was like, yeah, towards like the end of my June. No, I was like around it was like, I don't know, maybe like the middle of my junior year to get COVID again. No, actually, no, I think this was more so like the end of my junior year. To get COVID again, I was shocked. I didn't understand how I got it. I don't know, but I came down with COVID. And so I had provided a document excuse to that manager. Now, this manager, he went ahead, he accepted it, right? Because I had my excuse. But it wasn't until like my 5th day I was out of work that now he's reaching out to me and he's trying to, he's telling me I have to come back to work. But I'm telling him like, not so fast. I can't do that just yet because I'm still not completely healed. Like, I wasn't feeling well. Like, I remember I was still short of breath. I knew that wasn't normal because prior to me being sick, I didn't experience that. So my concern was working and just finding myself short of breath and like just, I don't know, maybe falling out or something. Like, that was my concern. So, I expressed that to him, like, I can't come back yet, and then he's like telling me, oh, well, I'm going to need another document excuse from you. And I'm like, huh? Like, I gave you one. And on that documented excuse, it literally said, I can be excused from work for 5 to 10 days. So technically, I had another 5 days. That's what the doctor said. I explained that to him. It was like he wasn't going for it. Like, he didn't care. He wasn't hearing me out. And, it just got to the point where I just told him I let it go. I didn't like that because I feel like I was being mistreated, especially like if I'm not feeling well and like you're not hearing me out. I'm not okay with that because I feel like, my health is more important than this customer service job. I'm sorry. Like, I gotta make sure I'm okay, because if I'm not okay, I'm not gonna perform well, you know, and I just gotta make sure I'm okay. You know, like, you might not care, but I care. So I went ahead and, yeah, I risked it all. I let go of the job. I was without a job, without money, but I did not care. And honestly, it was something I was very proud of, the fact that I went ahead and got myself out that situation, the fact that I let that job go. And then, you know, as time went by, I started self-reflecting a lot, and I realized, yeah, this is not a type of job that honestly I care to work for. A job that is going to be this demanding, um you know, with me just being president, where with, you know, like, just not even allow me to have any type of excuse absences unless it's documentation, like just very strict on like me showing up all the time. You know, a job that's gonna like not even be show so much concern with the fact that, yes, life still happens. Things happen out of our control. Things happen unexpectedly. You know, I'm not going to always be able to just show up to work. So that was where I put my foot down, right? That was the boundary I had, and I pretty much showed that boundary when I decided to just quit the job. I was proud of it, right? um and with that being said, y'all, like, I'm just, you know, I'm still on this work journey right now. Like, I'm right now, I am more so like just trying to let go of customer service jobs altogether. I've had enough. I've had enough. Like, I'm ready to get to a point in my career where I'm doing something that I'm more passionate about, right? Like, I want to be able to work with kids. I want to get into sports psychology. I want to, you know, be able to become a physical therapist. Like, I want to do something much more than just working behind a cash register, counting money, hearing people's, you know, complaints and attitudes if you don't know where a product is on a shelf. You know, like, I want to do something much more. Like, I want to get to a point where I'm more financially stable. You know, where I don't have to sit here and stress about money. You know, like, y'all, I really hope I could get to that point, you know, like, just break the financial struggles, be able to do the things that I really want to do. I want to be that girl that's able to go traveling whenever she wants to, go shopping whenever she likes to, without focusing on how much something costs, and just buying it, you know, going traveling, doing the fun things. Like, I can't wait to get that part in my life where I can do that. But I know that it's going to take much, much more hard work to get there. But I am willing to do it because I know that I do not want to sit here another 5 years working in just customer service. Like, I don't want to sit here just working at no Wendy's, no Smoothie King, no Publix, no Walmart for another 5 years. I do not. Like, I can't. I've had enough. And, you know, like, that's just where I'm at right now, y'all. Like, I am now just, you know, I'm transitioning from all of that, because now I know that I don't want to go back to that. Like, I'm literally avoiding it. Like, I'd rather go through a little struggle with a job that I currently have than to find myself circling back around to go through those same experiences in, like, the food industry, as far as working in restaurants and fast foods. Like, I already had those experiences. I don't want to go through that again. So I'm not trying to go back there. Like, I'm trying to leave that behind the past. And now I'm trying to move forward within my career. Like, and, like, just trying to, like, gradually find myself out of this, you know, just specifically customer service, and be able to, like, level up and, like, do more. So, with that being said, I hope this video, you know, was something that you know, something that you just took from this video, something I said that like just stood out to you, please comment down below. What are you guys' thoughts on this video? And I love you guys. I love all my subscribers. You know, everybody that's really tuning in, supporting my channel, thank you. And I just hope that you guys will like just continue to do it. And if you have not been like showing as much support lately, I really hope that, you know, you'll just go ahead and just start back doing that, because I really need you guys' help in order to get monetized. Yeah, like I can't do it without you guys. So like I'm just hoping that, you know, you guys will just show that support, like, comment, subscribe, share my video. And I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.